Hello there. I am so glad you have found your way here today. I want you to take a deep breath right now in this very moment. Inhale, exhale. Feel that? That is the feeling of being present. It is the first step on a path that can change everything. We are going to talk about something very close to my heart. It is the idea of holistic wellness. This is not about another diet or a crazy exercise plan. This is about coming home to yourself. It is about nurturing every single part of you. The part that laughs, the part that cries, the part that dreams, and the part that works so hard for everyone else. This is your time now. I have spent so many years talking to women from every walk of life, and I have seen a common thread that runs through so many of our stories. We are caregivers, we are leaders, we are partners, mothers, sisters, and friends. We give so much of ourselves to the world, and sometimes in all that giving, we forget to give back to ourselves. We can start to feel tired, disconnected, or like we are just going through the motions. This journey we are about to begin is the antidote to that feeling. It is a gentle invitation to reconnect with your own inner light. It is a chance to build a life that feels as good on the inside as it may look on the outside. This is a space of no judgment. There is no right or wrong way to feel. There is no checklist you have to complete to be considered well. Wellness is a deeply personal journey. Your path will look different from anyone else's, and that is more than okay. It is beautiful. It is exactly as it should be. I want you to feel seen and heard here. I want you to know that wherever you are starting from, whether you are feeling vibrant and strong or tired and lost, you are in the right place. You have everything you need inside of you to begin. All it takes is a little willingness to open up. So let us start this conversation together. Think of me as a friend sitting right here with you, ready to explore what it means to live a truly whole life. We are not aiming for perfection. Perfection is a myth that keeps us stuck. Instead, we are aiming for balance, for harmony, and for a deep, unshakable sense of peace. We are aiming for a life where you feel fully, wonderfully, and unapologetically alive. This is your invitation to step into a new way of being, a way of being that honors all of who you are. The journey to holistic wellness is the greatest adventure you will ever take. So, what do we really mean when we say holistic wellness? It is a beautiful and simple idea. The word holistic comes from the word whole. It means that you are more than just a body. You are a complex, magnificent being made up of many connected parts. Your mind, your body, your spirit, and the world around you are all intertwined. They all affect each other. You cannot treat one part without acknowledging the others. Think of it like a beautiful garden. You cannot just water one flower and expect the entire garden to thrive. You have to tend to the soil, the sunlight, the water, and all the plants together. That is holistic wellness. For women, this idea is especially powerful. Our lives are so rich and complex. Our bodies go through incredible cycles and changes, from monthly rhythms to pregnancy and menopause. Our hearts and minds navigate so many different roles and emotions every single day. We often carry the emotional weight of our families and communities. A holistic approach honors this complexity. It understands that the stress you feel at work can show up as a headache. It knows that a lack of connection or purpose can make you feel physically tired. It sees you as a whole person, not a collection of separate symptoms to be fixed. Traditional health approaches often focus only on the physical. If you have a problem, you get a pill to solve it. While that can be necessary, it often misses the root cause. Holistic wellness asks a deeper question. It asks, why? Why is this headache here? Why is this fatigue so persistent? It invites you to look at the bigger picture of your life. It encourages you to consider your stress levels, your emotional state, your spiritual fulfillment, and your daily environment. It is about getting to the heart of the matter. It is about creating true, lasting well-being from the inside out, not just patching up the surface. This approach is not about rejecting modern medicine. It is about enhancing it. It is about adding more tools to your wellness toolkit. It is about empowering you with the knowledge that you have so much influence over your own health. By nurturing all aspects of yourself, you create a strong foundation of vitality. When you are balanced and whole, you become more resilient. You can handle life's challenges with more grace. You can show up in the world with more energy and joy. This is the promise of holistic wellness, a life lived in full color with every part of you working in beautiful harmony. To understand holistic wellness, it helps to think of it as a strong structure supported by 4 essential pillars. These pillars hold you up and keep you balanced. When one is weak, the others have to work harder, and you might start to feel wobbly. The first pillar is physical wellness. This is the one we are often most familiar with. It is about honoring the amazing body you live in. This means nourishing it with good food that gives you energy. It means moving your body in ways that feel joyful, whether that is dancing, walking, or stretching. It also includes getting enough restful sleep, which is when your body does its most important repair work. The second pillar is emotional and mental wellness. This is all about your inner world, your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. It is about learning to be kind to yourself. It means paying attention to your emotions without judgment and finding healthy ways to express them. This pillar includes managing stress, setting boundaries to protect your energy, and challenging negative self-talk. It is about cultivating a mind that is a safe and peaceful place to be. It is also about seeking help when you need it, whether from a friend, a therapist, or a support group. Your mental health is just as important as your physical health. The third pillar is spiritual wellness. Now, this does not have to mean religion, though it certainly can if that is part of your life. Spirituality is about your connection to something larger than yourself. It is about your sense of purpose, meaning, and values. It is what lights you up from the inside. You can nurture this pillar through practices like meditation, prayer, spending time in nature, or engaging in creative expression. It is about asking the big questions. What is my purpose? What brings me joy? How can I contribute to the world? A strong spiritual pillar gives you a sense of hope and direction. The fourth and final pillar is environmental wellness. This is about the world around you and how it affects your well-being. It includes your physical surroundings, like the cleanliness and organization of your home and workspace. A calm, uncluttered space can lead to a calm, uncluttered mind. It also includes the people you surround yourself with. Are your relationships supportive and uplifting? Environmental wellness also extends to your connection with the natural world. Spending time outdoors can be incredibly grounding and restorative. Tending to these 4 pillars creates a life of profound stability and strength. In our fast-paced modern world, it is so easy to become disconnected from ourselves. We are constantly rushing from one task to the next. We are bombarded with information and expectations. For women, these pressures can be immense. We are often expected to be perfect mothers, perfect partners, and perfect professionals all at the same time. This relentless pressure can lead to burnout, anxiety, and a feeling of being completely overwhelmed. We are told to lean in and do it all, but we are rarely taught how to sustain ourselves while we do it. This is precisely why a holistic perspective is not just a nice idea. It is a necessity for survival and thriving. Let's be honest about the unique challenges we face. Our hormonal health is incredibly intricate and can affect our mood, energy, and physical comfort throughout our lives. The medical world has historically been slow to understand and address women's health issues with the seriousness they deserve. Many women have felt dismissed or misunderstood when seeking help. A holistic approach puts the power back in your hands. It encourages you to become the leading expert on your own body and your own experience. It validates the connection between your stress levels and your menstrual cycle, or between your grief and your physical exhaustion. A holistic lens helps us see that we are not failing when we feel tired or overwhelmed. It shows us that these feelings are signals. They are our body's and mind's way of telling us that something is out of balance. Instead of pushing through the pain, we can learn to pause and listen. We can ask ourselves, which pillar needs my attention right now? Am I neglecting my need for rest? Have I been ignoring my emotional needs? Am I disconnected from my sense of purpose? This gentle inquiry is a radical act of self-care. It replaces self-criticism with self-compassion, which is the foundation of all healing. Embracing this holistic view can transform your life. It moves you from a state of reacting to problems to a state of proactively creating well-being. You begin to make daily choices that nourish all parts of you. You might choose a walk in nature over scrolling on your phone because you know your spirit needs it. You might say no to an obligation because you know your emotional energy is low. These small, conscious choices add up. Over time, they build a life that is resilient, joyful, and deeply authentic. You start living a life that is truly aligned with who you are and what you need. I want to share a story with you that has always stayed with me. It is about a woman I met named Sarah. When she first came to one of my workshops, she looked like she was carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders. She was a successful lawyer, a devoted mom to two young children, and the person everyone in her family leaned on. On the outside, she had it all, but on the inside, she was falling apart. She suffered from chronic migraines, constant fatigue, and a deep, quiet sadness that she could not shake. She told me she felt like she was a ghost in her own life, just going through the motions. Sarah had been to countless doctors for her migraines. They gave her medication, which helped a little, but the headaches always came back. No one ever asked her about her stress, her diet, or her happiness. They only saw the symptom. When she started learning about holistic wellness, a light went on for her. She realized she had been completely ignoring 3 of her 4 pillars. Her physical wellness was suffering from takeout meals and no exercise. Her emotional wellness was buried under a mountain of unspoken pressure and a belief that she had to be perfect for everyone. Her spiritual wellness was non-existent. She had no time for joy or connection. Her journey started with one small change. She decided to dedicate just 10 minutes each morning to herself before her kids woke up. She would sit with a cup of tea and just breathe. That was it. This small act of honoring her own needs felt revolutionary. Then she started taking a short walk during her lunch break instead of eating at her desk. She began to notice the trees and the sky. She started packing her lunch, filling it with colorful vegetables. She was not dieting. She was choosing to nourish her body with intention, and that felt completely different. Slowly but surely, things began to shift. The walks helped clear her mind. The quiet time in the morning helped her connect with her own feelings. She realized how much pressure she was putting on herself and started practicing self-compassion. The migraines became less frequent and less intense. One day she realized she had gone an entire month without one. The deep sadness began to lift, replaced by moments of genuine peace and even joy. Sarah did not quit her job or change her whole life overnight. She simply started tending to her whole self, and in doing so, she found the wholeness that had been missing all along. Sarah's story shows us that the journey of 1,000 miles truly begins with a single step. Now it is your turn. I invite you to take your own first gentle step today. This is not another task to add to your to-do list. This is a sacred appointment with yourself. I want you to find a beautiful notebook, one that feels special to you. This will be your wellness journal. It will be a private, safe space for you to explore your inner world. There is so much power in taking our thoughts out of our heads and putting them onto paper. It gives us clarity. It gives us perspective. It helps us hear our own truth. In your new journal, I want you to take some time to reflect. Write down the answer to this question. Why am I here? What part of you felt a pull to explore this path of holistic wellness? Be honest with yourself. Maybe you are tired of being tired. Maybe you feel disconnected from your body. Maybe you have lost your sense of joy and purpose. Write it all down without any judgment. This is your starting point. Acknowledging where you are right now is a powerful act of self-awareness. It is the foundation upon which you will build everything else. Next, I want you to dream a little. Write about your hopes. What would a more balanced, whole life look like for you? How would it feel? Perhaps it feels like waking up with energy. Perhaps it feels like laughing more freely. Perhaps it feels like a quiet confidence in your own skin. Do not hold back. Let yourself imagine the most vibrant, joyful version of yourself. This is not about setting a rigid goal. It is about connecting with a vision for your life that inspires you. This vision will be your North Star, guiding you on your journey. Finally, I want you to set one gentle intention, not a goal to achieve, but an intention to guide you. It could be something as simple as, I intend to be kinder to myself this week. Or I intend to listen to my body's need for rest. Or I intend to find one moment of beauty each day, write it down, let it be small, doable, and full of grace. This is your promise to yourself. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination. You are worthy of this time. You are worthy of this care. You are worthy of a life that feels whole. Welcome to the beginning.